Another week, another vlog. I'm really enjoying weekly vlogs at the moment, so let's just keep running with what we're enjoying doing, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's Monday afternoon. I just finished work. I would love to sit here and read, but I'm off to the theatre with the boys. We're going to watch the 91 story Treehouse. Do you guys know the Treehouse books? If you have kids around you, buy them these books. They're fantastic. They're about two boys who build a treehouse, and each book they add different crazy levels onto it, and it's hilarious. They get into all sorts of scrapes. Anyway, the boys love the books. The play's on. We're going to watch the play. That's soonish. So I need to rally them and rally myself and get going. Here's my stack, but this is my priority for today. I'd love to get this finished, and I don't have that far to go, so fingers crossed I can come home from going to the theatre with two boys and have enough energy to read. We will see. Okay, I'll chat to you when I get home.
That is a lie. It is actually really good. Yeah, this is just choice. Yeah, this is choice.
Hi. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of days. I've got a dress on. I'm just like sitting on my couch getting warm. I just look kind of naked here. Anyway, we're into summer dress phase. I haven't spoken to you in a couple of days. Sorry. Yesterday was Melbourne Cup Day here in Australia. Big horse race. And a girlfriend drove up and stayed overnight, and we drank champagne and caught up and had a great time. So today's been a little slow, but still productive. I've done all of the work and the swimming lessons, and tonight is the big football match, so State of Origin, which is Queensland and New South Wales. So it's just sport flying around everywhere. So we had friends over for that. But now I'm going to bed. I did start dinner at the Homesick restaurant, which I'm really enjoying. The writing is not quite like beautiful, you know how I love all of the beautiful language and prose and words, but it's still really good, and the story is really compelling. So we first heard from the point of view of the mother, who paints a very different picture to what her children experienced in their childhood and in their lives. So I'm really enjoying every time something unfolds around that. It's really good. So yeah, I'm glad I picked this up, and I really want to finish this so I can pick another book in the 1,000 Doors Readathon. So that's my goal. In fact, I'm going to take it with me to bed now. And yeah, I'll let you know tomorrow. We'll chat more tomorrow. Today was just a little bit of a write-off. Our hot water system went. We had to get the plumber in. You know, like just all of the things happened. Okay, look, I need to go to sleep, quite obviously. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Well, let me tell you about my day. I was crazy busy, and I started work at like 6 a.m. and just went through, and I was so engrossed in it that I forgot I had a hair appointment. I love getting my hair done. So I'm really bummed. I really needed that self-care moment. Anyway, it's 4:30 on Thursday. Seriously. So crazy windy outside. It's horrible. Anyway, Danny's outside doing jobs, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sit here. This is my focus. I am so close to finishing Jane Eyre, and I wanted to get that done today. That's the focus. I'm probably 60 pages of finishing. But I'm listening to an audiobook, and it feels like I would cheat the audiobook lady if I didn't listen to it all the way to the end. So I might put it on and go and clean the kitchen. And then I need to finish this. I don't need to, I want to, because I want to pick my next prompt and I want to read it. I think this is a really great story, so I'm having a great time. So it's Thursday, and these are my two focuses for today, if I can stay awake long enough to make it happen. So I'm going to go and get a big speaker and turn it right up and listen to Jane Eyre while I clean the kitchen and get dinner on, and try and finish it in that time. and because it's going to be a little while because my kitchen's a mess. And then come back after dinner sorted and read Anne Tyler. Perfect afternoon. I also have this pile of washing that's everywhere that I could listen to Jane Eyre while I do that as well. Stick off some jobs and listen to Jane Eyre. Okay, I have cleaned the kitchen. I've made dinner. We've eaten dinner. I've had a shower, all while listening to my audiobook. Not the eating dinner part, I actually conversed with my family, which was nice. And I am so close. So I'm going to sit and read the end of it. I know that was a betrayal of my lovely audiobook narrator that I've been listening to, but I can do it faster than she can. And I'm ready to sit and read a book. So I'm just going to finish off Jane Eyre. I'm really like this ending has turned it around for me, that's for sure. I'm super, super duper enjoying it. She's got to resist St. John. Is that his name? St. John. St. John. Oh, okay. She's got to resist this guy. Don't go to India, Jane. Don't go to India. I think she's solid. We'll see. I think she's going to find Mr. Rochester. St. John's gone. Be gone. Oh, God. I can't talk. I've got to read. I don't know if this is a spoiler. Everybody knows Jane Eyre, except for me, apparently. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but my heart just sank. I'm so connected to this. She just arrived at Thornfield. Thornfield? Anyway. Oh, it's these moments in books when you just realise how involved you are in the story, when something twists or turns and you physically feel it. I physically felt that. Oh God, she's talking to someone. I gotta go. Okay, that was wonderful. I just finished Jane Eyre and I loved it. I loved everything about it. Well, no, that's not true. Let's start from the start. I loved getting to know Jane at the start when she was growing up, and then she moved to Thornfield and I kind of lost faith in her, just her surrender to Mr. Rochester, and I wasn't convinced of their love. I was a little bit, but not completely. And I think what Charlotte Bronte then did was just completely, when Jane left Thornfield and went on that other little adventure, just showed me how strong she is as a woman. And I think that St. John coming into... Now, my audiobook narrator said St. John, and it's written down as St. John. So is that how you say it? Let me know. I'm going to say St. John because that's what the audiobook has been saying to me for the last month. Anyway, and then St. John coming in and being this really oppressive man, and Jane being able to determine that she can't be herself with him was very cool. I think I also didn't like Mr. Rochester because of how gruff and harsh he was at the start, and then the introduction of the St. John character showed me what a solid, decent man he was, because he didn't take advantage of Jane's kind of love and submissiveness like St. John did. So yeah, I just thought it was a really clever play with the characters that made me kind of realize that I needed to look further into the characters of both Jane Eyre and Mr. Rochester to kind of really understand. And at the end, I mean, it's a love story. They get together. That's a huge spoiler, but of course, you know, it is what it is. But just the beauty of that moment when they meet again, it was just like, I cried. You saw, you know, it was just, I was so invested. And like I said, I didn't really realize how invested I was until those moments. I loved this book, and the ending, the second half, just completely saved it for me. I think it is such clever writing, such a clever way of playing with the reader. I am just in awe. I think it's amazing. So, yeah. If you haven't read Jane Eyre, highly recommend. Though I think I'm the only person in the world who hasn't. So I wanted to do this. So I wanted to do that little chart there. Let's go and have a look. Last October, I went on this quest to find the top 10 Victorian novels, and I went through a whole heap of people's videos and kind of ranked them and came up with 10 books that so many people had voted for. And and I thought I'd do the ranking thing like the top 50 Aussie books. I thought I'd do my top 10 Victorian novels, starting with the 10 that were most voted for in BookTube. So this is the ranking so far. I've only read 3 and it's been a year. Well, now 4. So Far From the Madding Crowd by Thomas Hardy, and then the 2 Gaskells. And now I have Jane Eyre. And at the start I was like, Jane Eyre is so going to... There's a very competitive poker game happening out there. I thought for sure after the start that Jane Eyre would be down the bottom, but that ending, that whole Charlotte Bronte, watching her write and manipulate me, loved it. I could never put it above Far From the Madding Crowd because that book absolutely stole my heart. And I loved Wives and Daughters, but I think Jane is going to go above them. Second on the list of my top 10 Victorian loves. So yeah, that's how much I loved that book. What a great book. The others that were on that list are in this little jar. And I feel like I'd like to just kind of keep reading them and maybe hopefully listen to them on audio just throughout the year so that I can kind of not do one a year. That'll take me forever. I have Great Expectations. I have Bleak House. I have Vanity Fair. I have Wuthering Heights. I have Tenant of Wildfell Hall. And I have The Picture of Dorian Gray. So what I think I'm going to pick up next is Vanity Fair. So I think I'll find the audiobook for Vanity Fair. I've got the book here. I meant to read it in Victober, but it just didn't happen. So here we go. I will find the audiobook for this and read it and then let you know when I'm finished and I can pop it up there. We can continue to add to this. Anyway, that's a bit of fun as well. I just feel so fulfilled after reading this book. It's awesome. Whew. Okay, give me a second to just come down from that little moment of excitement and I'll let you know when I'm going to pick up and fall asleep too. I just found an audiobook reading on YouTube for Vanity Fair, so that's awesome. So I'm just going to listen to that and over the next few months and play with that. Just the flow of my reading at the moment, it's really making me happy. Okay, I'm gonna hang out with this. Might catch up with you later on. Feeling a little tired, but we'll see how I go. I really would like to get a fair way into this tonight. Have another good read. Okay, it seems like as soon as I put the kids to bed, I just flop and want to go to bed myself. So we're at 8:30. I read another chapter. I didn't get anywhere near as much read as I wanted to, but we'll save that for the early wake up in the morning, okay? I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, we're all up and about now. I had a lovely morning reading. I got to page 172, so I had a good morning of reading. I'm still really enjoying it. It's a good story. It's a really good story with moments of that lovely writing. Okay, now it's time to start the day, I suppose. It's so nice here in the sun today. The wind is gone. I gotta go. They need me. I'm eating a bowl of cereal. I never eat a bowl of cereal. Guess whose cycle starts again soon? Maybe today. I'm feeling like it's today if I'm eating cereal. That's for sure. So yeah, groceries got done before my cycle starts. The hazards of filming on your phone. We're just going to phone call. Yeah, before my cycle starts, I like to have a heap of food in the fridge. I put a list on the front of the fridge and like, this is what is in there to eat. So don't come and ask me. And if you need help cooking it, I'll help you with that. But that way I'm not making the decisions. Everybody's not at me that they're hungry. It saves my sanity. So, and it also, otherwise everyone's just getting takeaway because I don't want to cook and make all those decisions, and and then I feel really bad and guilty that my children aren't eating well, and So I'm going to finish my cereal, unpack these groceries, do up the big list, get a bit organised with food, and then probably go for a lie down, though I have a heap of work to do. Right, that's the only update, just me eating cereal. Okay. We're at 4:30. I've got my children, everyone's eaten, everybody's still hanging around, but let's read some more. I only read a little bit in my little lunch break and I got phone calls, so let's have a good bloody reading session of Anne Tyler tonight. I'd love to finish it, maybe. Okay, I've made it to chapter 8. When you get 100 pages, under 100 pages left to go, I reckon it just starts to fly. So I'm there, but I need to go and make some dinner. This is a great story. This is kind of about a family, a mother and her 3 children, and each chapter is kind of devoted to a different child, but it's moving through time and you sort of get reference to what everybody else is up to from the point of view of somebody else, which is really cool. But it's kind of one of those books that is showing how your childhood can really stuff you up when you're older, like really have an impact, and that you bury things and you kind of push all of those things down or away, and then they come out and manifest in really bizarre ways, and sometimes really damaging ways. And I get it, because we're all there. But as a mother of 3 children, I kind of worry about what I've done to them and what they're pushing down and what's going to come out later. It's kind of that reality check of like, everything I say and everything I do is going to really affect them in their own little ways. Ugh, the pressure. Okay, I got to go cook some hamburgers because I am anticipating that Mum, I'm hungry call. I haven't had it just yet, but it's coming. I can feel it. Okay, hamburger time. Then back to that book. Yeah, let's finish it off. It's time for my burger now. And Sean the Book Maniac's Friday Reads. Perfect burger eating entertainment. I'm getting closer. I just keep getting interrupted. Nearly at a time where I can just read solidly, but in the meantime, Burger and Sean. Okay, I finished it. It was good. My first Anne Tyler, I think. And it was a good one. I'd give it 4 stars. It was a really good story. And it was presented in a really unique way. It wasn't just a story about children just sitting around their mother's, you know, sick bed waiting for her to pass and then remembering back to things. It kind of moved through a timeline, but from different people's perspectives. It was interesting to see how different people viewed some of the same situations. And yeah, the resolution at the end was all tied up and neat, but also showed another point of view that we hadn't gotten. So, great. I really enjoyed that read. Yeah, it had a lot of depth to it, a lot of layers. It's just not quite 5-star emotional, kind of writing. So, not the Jane Eyre writing. Yeah, so there you go. Now, I've just kind of tweaked that this is my first read on with the 1,000 Door readathon. And how that readathon works is that you read the book and then go back to the video and then the next prompt comes to you. And I think it depends on what rating you gave the book you just read. So let's pull all of that up and you guys can help me with it. You know I need to talk these things through. It says once you've finished, you select one of the following doors. So I gave it 4 to 5 stars. So let's select that. And then there's another door. Oh, I love this.
Welcome to prompt 2. So the meme for this prompt is, I'm back.
Right. So something that goes along with the I'm back meme. That woman jumping out of the cupboard, which was kind of creepy. So her suggestions were like the sequel or in the series or a book about going back to the hometown or something like that. Okay. Oh, geez, this isn't as easy as I thought. I had trouble with the first prompt too, didn't I? So I've got 3 library books out. Oh, well, I've got more than that I've got to try and fit in. None of those are going to work. Oh, well, this could work. This is Perot, which is, I'm working my way through the Agatha series, and we started this and never finished it, so that could work. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I'd probably like to read more than this, but I think we might do this because it's a nice short one, isn't it? And then I can play more in the 1,000 Doors readathon. Okay, I'm going to finish the Agatha that I've already started and continue on with the Perot series. So I'm back to Agatha. There we go. That worked well. Right, me and my skewiff ponytail need to have a shower and climb into bed because it's quite late on a Friday night, but I really wanted to finish that book and sign off on this vlog. Thanks for hanging out with me this week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video when I'm reading other good books with my fingers crossed. I think they are. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.